We love to gather on these steps. We gather together as a family on these steps. This is where we share children's time. I wonder, kids, if you ever have trouble remembering things. Of course you do. Kids haven't changed that much since I was a kid, which was a long time ago. But I can remember that there were times when my mother would ask me things like, "Did you clean your room? Did you do your homework? Did you feed the dog?" And time again, my answer was, "I forgot." I still have trouble remembering stuff today. I always seem to be forgetting something. But nowadays, people have a lot of ways to help them remember things. You should probably ask like a grandma or a grandpa or a great uncle or somebody like that about how they used to tie strings around their finger to remember things. I tried that once, but then all I had was a string on my finger, and I couldn't remember why I put it there. Sometimes at my house, if I'm laying in bed at night and I remember something, instead of getting out of bed to write it down, I would just throw like the magazine that's next to my bed into the middle of the floor. So that in the morning, when I tripped over the magazine, I would say, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to remember something." And sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. And then somebody invented these. Do you know what sticky notes are? You can actually write the thing down that you're supposed to remember. So I've got one here that says, "Brush your teeth," because sometimes we need to be reminded. Or then, this is a really important one, I have one that says, "Call your mom." It's a really important one. But then what happens when the sticky notes fall behind my desk and I don't actually see them? When that happens, I have this, right? I have this little computer that I carry around in my hand, and it's got a calendar on it, and it's got to-do lists on it, and it's got all sorts of things that help me remember what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to be, and who I'm supposed to be with. Being forgetful isn't something new. It's been around since the beginning of time, and I'm pretty sure that Jesus knew his friends could be pretty forgetful sometimes. On the night when Jesus went to the cross, he was eating with his disciples, and he knew that he would soon return to be with his Father in heaven, and he wanted to make sure that the disciples would remember him after he was gone, and so he did something that he thought would help them remember. He took bread, and he said, "This is my body given for you, and when you eat bread, I ask that you remember me." And then he took a cup of wine, and he asked them to remember him each time they drank wine. I wonder, do you have some bread and some grape juice at your house right now? Is it close by? It's been almost 2,000 years since that night, and we still use bread and grape juice or bread and wine to remember Jesus. When we take communion together, we eat the bread and we drink the cup, and we remember that Jesus died for us on a cross so that we could have life. And as we eat bread and drink from a cup today, we're going to remember Jesus and how he loved us so. Let's take a minute to pray together. I like to put my hands up here by my heart. Jesus, we're grateful for the ways that you love us so. We're grateful for bread and for juice, for things that help us remember how much you love us so. Amen. I hope you have a really great day. I'm looking forward to sharing bread and juice with you.